Healthcare, finance, education, entertainment, marketing, legal, real estate, robotics, e-commerce, music, journalism, shopping, sports, art, fashion, fitness, travel, movies, writing, photography, and many more. AI is everywhere. But when we think about AI, gaming probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. I mean, gaming is our escape from reality, right? It's that sweet spot where we can kick back, relax, and forget about the real world for a bit. At this year's GDC, it wasn't exactly an AI takeover like with phones and computers, but AI still made an impact, just in a more subtle way.
First, we'll talk about how Google's AI and GenAI solutions can help with game development and publishing. Second, we'll talk about how you help transform real-time in-game experiences. And last, we'll leave you with something on how you can get started. All right, let's get into it. Jack, let's start with you.
Sure.
From Google Cloud, what could AI and GenAI solutions do for game developers in terms of game development and publishing?
Oh, great. Great question. We have made some announcements recently around a term called living games, which describes sort of a new generation of games that we expect to come onto the market over the next few years that incorporate many of the fundamentals that we've seen in live games or live service games, but now underpinned by generative AI. So if you think about the cycle between a game and a player traditionally, when our industry was primarily consumer packaged goods, the developer would build the game and then the player would play the game. Enter in live games, and now you had a cycle between the player and the developer so that the developer could create new content based on the needs of the player. With living games, you actually have generative AI as part of the game so that the player and the game can communicate directly to each other, and the game can update itself so that it can respond to player behavior much more rapidly than a traditional live service game. So we expect these games to start to come onto the market in the next few years.
In the past year, live games have really taken off. Just about every major game release now includes some kind of live service feature, and players are more hooked than ever before. A big chunk of player engagement now comes from these live games. So what's AI in gaming? It's like a virtual brain for the characters and elements in a game, making everything feel alive and interactive. You know when your in-game opponents seem to switch up their tactics and challenge you differently each time? That's AI doing its thing, creating smart opponents that keep you on your toes. Did you know that in 1952, a guy named Arthur Samuel from IBM created a checkers program that learned from each move it made, gradually getting better? That's basically early AI at work. Fast forward to today, and video games aren't just about flashy graphics anymore. They're more focused on how interactive they are, like in FIFA 2017, where AI was used to simulate team morale boosts based on crowd chants, making the game more engaging. AI's impact is huge. It even helps train astronauts. NASA has a spacewalk simulation game that's driven by AI, and it's so realistic anyone can try it. Plus, AI in games isn't just in the background, it's what powers the characters that feel and act like real players, making everything more immersive and lifelike. One cool way AI is being used is to make NPCs or non-playable characters to act more human. So instead of just standing around, they can react to their surroundings. If it's raining, they might head under a tree or grab an umbrella. Their behavior also changes depending on what you do. Ask them for money, they might get rude. Give them a gift, and they could be super friendly.
What? You have an imaginary friend?
I didn't have any real ones until I met you.
What the How did you know I was human? Bro, what the
Oh, please. It's not like you're a machine or anything. Oh, wait. You are.
No, I'm human. You are a machine.
Wait. What? You mean I'm not a real boy like Pinocchio?
How do you know about Pinocchio? That's in the human world. This guy's got it.
I may not be human, but I have access to the internet.
What in the world?
NPCs with these AI-enhanced characteristics are being labeled Advanced AI NPCs, with 88% of players saying they make the experience more immersive. Justice Mobile was one of the first big games to use AI-driven NPCs, released by NetEase in China in July 2023. It attracted over 40 million pre-registered users. Compare that to Red Dead Redemption 2, developed in 2013, which took 700 voice actors nearly 6 years to record over 500,000 lines for 1,200 characters. While it's one of the highest-rated games, that kind of effort may be a thing of the past. Now companies like Replica Studios offer ethical voice actors using AI tech. They record real actors, then adapt their voices to create thousands of emotional tones using AI. So, even though gaming giants like Nvidia and Ubisoft have teased some cool AI-powered characters at GDC 2024, they're not exactly jumping on the AI bandwagon for future games just yet. But are you getting better, or is AI dumbing it down for you? AI is making gaming super personal by tailoring storylines and quests based on what each player does. So your experience will be different from someone else's. This kind of customization used to take a ton of work, but now AI does it much faster. It even tweaks the difficulty in real time to match your skill level. So who is using AI in gaming? According to Newzoo, 87% of game studios are already using AI in gaming to some extent, and 99% plan to do so in the future. In June 2023, Activision Blizzard was granted a patent for an AI system to produce intelligent NPCs trained on data from real player behavior. Meanwhile, NVIDIA announced its Avatar Cloud engine, which will generate intelligent NPCs in PC and cloud-based games. French video game developer and publisher Ubisoft is also getting in on the action. Their new AI tool, Ghostwriter, is helping video game writers keep their NPCs interesting and distinct. In May 2023, Google announced the launch of Project GameFace, a hands-free gaming mouse that is controlled by facial movements and expressions. So what do gamers think about the use of AI in gaming? The gaming community has some reservations and concerns about how studios use AI in their game development. 35% of them think over-reliance on AI could lead to less human creativity and innovation in game development. 31% of them think AI-based tools could make it easier for hackers and scammers to take advantage of players, while 31% of them think players could use AI tools to harass others or propagate hate speech. However, according to a 2023 study by National Research Group, 60% of gamers believe that the overall impact of AI on the gaming industry will be positive, and only 11% believe the impact will be negative. Well, we shall see. Let me know in the comments about what you think how the AI will impact the gaming industry. If you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. See you in the next one.